Welcome to the 57th session of the IPCC. I'm very delighted to greet you all here in Geneva at our first in-person gathering since the panel 52nd session in Paris in February 2020. On behalf of the IPCC, I wish a warm welcome to government delegations, representatives of observer organizations, IPCC Bureau members, and authors participating in this session. We are also very much thrilled to welcome today's addresses of our distinguished colleagues and supporters, the Secretary General of the World Meteorological Organization, Petteri Talas, Executive Director of United Nations Environment Program, Inger Andersen, the Deputy Secretary of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, Obai Samad, and the Head of International Affairs Division of Swiss Federal Office for the Environment, Ambassador Ferenc Perez. I also wish to express our special gratitude to the government of the Swiss Confederation and the Canton of Geneva for their generous hospitality and kind support in facilitating this session. Over the past 2.5 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have made great effort to ensure IPCC's business continuity. I would like to remind you that we held 6 electronic and written sessions in total, including a complex, demanding approval sessions of assessment reports from all 3 working groups. I thank you all for your constructive and positive work throughout this difficult and challenging period. These IPCC assessments clearly state that human-induced climate change is widespread, rapid, and intensifying. It is a threat to our well-being and all other species. It is a threat to the health of our entire planet. Any further delay in concerted global action would miss a rapidly closing window to secure a livable future. Allow me to remind you that prior to these 3 reports, the IPCC also produced 3 special reports and 1 methodology report during this cycle. The 6th assessment cycle has been the busiest period in the IPCC's experience despite the pandemic. This was possible thanks to the dedication and commitment of the IPCC authors. We thank you for your trust in the IPCC. The synthesis report will be presented to you early next year for approval and acceptance. This will be the concluding chapter of the cycle, bringing together the evidence and the data from the 3 working groups' contributions and 3 special reports. Looking at the 6th assessment cycle so far, we can collectively acknowledge IPCC's impact achievements. Our special reports and working group reports released during this cycle made a direct and invaluable contribution to boosting global climate awareness and climate action. They provided critical inputs for annual COP gatherings and focused global ambition on limiting the warming to 1.5 degrees. They also contributed to climate-land dialogue and ocean climate dialogue. The synthesis report of the 6th assessment report will directly feed into the global stock taking place next year. I should point out here that all virtual sessions were superbly organized and supported by the IPCC Secretariat led by Dala Maksit. Thank you, IPCC Secretariat. Thanks to your organization, coordination, and collaboration, I'm confident that our in-person session this week will run smoothly and seamlessly. I would also like to acknowledge the outstanding efforts of the working group bureaus, their co-chairs and authors, and the technical support units to deliver the 6th assessment report during this pandemic. Throughout the 6th assessment cycle, IPCC reports have informed the world about how we can enhance adaptation to and mitigation of climate change. I hope that our member countries, now equipped with this knowledge, IPCC accepted and approved its summary, would enhance collective climate action and lessen the threat to the health and well-being of our planet and all its species. There's no time to lose. Future policymakers will only have fewer options. The sheer magnitude and complexity of climate change dwarf anything else we face today. but by raising our ambitions and taking decisive climate action for the benefit of our planet, we may find ourselves better at finding solutions to other global crises we face, such as food and an energy crisis and threats to the world peace and security. Our failure to act now will only multiply our challenges in the future. I hope that this 57th session of IPCC will be another opportunity to reaffirm our resolve for a better climate and a better world. Returning to in-person meetings may be harder than expected after such a long pause. We all may need to brush up on our live interactions, and I look forward to our collective engagement over the coming days. I thank everyone for upholding a respectful, collegial, and collaborative spirit throughout these sessions. I wish you a positive, constructive, and fruitful deliberations. I now declare the 57th session of the IPCC open. Thank you very much.